and more this morning. And up next is the Nation newspaper, the front page of the Nation newspaper rather. Ayedatiwa's impeachment on hold after APC's mediation. Labour Party tells its Fed lawmakers to reject official vehicles. Court issues arrest warrant for ex-Ondo Deputy Governor Abeokuta Otaro to become world class as a government. Edo, 84 million people living in poverty not acceptable to Tinubu. AFDB, ADF to bridge a $42 billion financing gap for SMEs. Illegal exportation of gold or other solid minerals gone, says President. Get a copy of the Nation newspaper to read all those stories and more this morning. The Guardian newspaper is up next with this one on 2023 elections by court order. Ability sinks as 94% contested post awaits tribunal. And there's also an infographic here that we'd like to talk about much later. 2023 general elections overview. But if you'd like to read that story, get a copy of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Budget report, that's Budget IT report shows state heavily dependent on federal allocation for budget. Opera in Senate as Akpabio and Duma face of gets messier. Tinubu begins 1.125 trillion naira conditional cash transfers to 15 million households on for compulsory retirement. Ex-DRG saying that on 35,000 naira wage award, Labour gives the governors ultimatum. 61 million Nigerians to get 1 trillion naira. Free Israeli hostages. France, Turkey urge Hamas. Ondo lawmakers made Ganduje suspend Ayedatiwa's impeachment. Many feared killed as Oyo security agent and herders clash. Lastly, 14 injured as 2 BRT vehicles collide in Lagos. All these stories and more can be found in today's The Punch newspaper. Good morning to you. Once again, in case you just tuned in, you are listening to Freshly Pressed on Fresh 105.3 FM Lagos. I've got in the studio with me this morning Samuel Adiola and Akin Fatunke. Samuel, how are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, and accept my condolence once again.
Thank you. Oh yeah, first time saying this since last week. Yeah, thank you. Then you called as well. Thank you so much for being so supportive.
I know he's touchy voice. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
He knows best.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Akin, how are you doing? Good morning.
I'm doing very fine.
Good morning.
I come here once a week, and I'm hearing for the first time. I don't know what the condolence is.
Yeah, I lost my sister actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Condolence.
Thank you.
It hurts to the marrow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Nigeria. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, good morning. Quickly, before we go into the program this morning, I'd like to say congratulations to Baptist Academy of Banikoro, Lagos. They're celebrating their 168th Founders Day today. They call them BAUSA, Baptist Academy Old Surulere Association, actually. Old students, yes. Akin Fatunke here is the president. Congratulations to you and your peers and the school as well. You're dressed to the nines.
Oh,
you know.
I've got to preside.
But how come you're not dressed in school uniform?
Oh. We are going to be dressed in school uniform when we do some gala.
Okay.
And the governor of Lagos State is going to be one of our hosts one of our guests next week.
Okay.
I will have time to be able to speak truth to power.
To power. Oh.
You know that's the way it goes. Thank you very much, and on behalf of Baptist Academy Old Students Association and all legacy schools in Nigeria, including yours. Adiola, I don't know what school he attended, but Modbe is a good school for him to be so honed. We say the sky is going to be the limit towards getting back education to right pedestal in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Akin. Congratulations to Baptist Academy Old Students Association, BAUSA, once again. All right, quickly, let's look at the papers. Obi won, that's according to former SGF, Babachir Lawal. You can find that on the front page of Daily Sun, and I think This Day has it as well. But quickly, let me see. Ex-SGF Babachir Lawal saying that APC hits back, says he's peddling gibberish. Meanwhile, let me see. According to This Day newspaper, I'm trying to look for how it was phrased here. Yeah, Babachir Obi won 2023 presidential poll. Tinubu came distant to third. INEC announced that President Tinubu as the winner. He is the winner right now. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal also, agreed that he won the election. Where is Babachir Lawal getting his figures from? Samuel, you'd like to go first, or Akin would like to go first? Or do you think this is sour grapes? He is probably hurt in some way. And that's why he's
You
saying
mean
what he's
Babachir
saying.
Lawal?
Babachir Lawal, yes. Where's he getting his figures from? Because we know.
Well, you cannot take anything away from anyone that is coming since the days of Obasanjo of do and die affairs. I mean,
Do or die politics.
Do or die politics. Do or die election. He has been there. He knows how they rig Nigerians out of their intention. So he must have an insight as to what might have happened. And coming from him, many of you don't know the relationship he had with the present president. In fact, the present president was an Abinja to is becoming
The SGF.
the SST at that
SGF.
point, SGF at that point in time. So if he say it, being a politician that have been in the vanguard of rigging and all these things and coming up with a result that is not the mind of the people, fine, he may have his own this thing. I don't want to fault him, and I don't also want
to agree with him.
Okay,
but you just feel that
everybody knows
that
the elections of Yakubu is not something any Nigerian should be proud of. That which he conducted in 2023 wasn't not an election, was a charity. And you can see the result. Everybody going to tribunal. Tribunal is shutting out one, shutting out there. It's not a good thing.
According to the Guardian newspaper, INEC's credibility sinks as 94% contested post awaits tribunal.
Can you imagine?
That also says a lot about the credibility of the elections, right?
Even Iwu that we consider to be a kind of a shambolic exercise. It wasn't this worst. I'm telling you, it was not this worst. Go and check. 94% out of 100. I mean, it's sickening.
Okay. Akin, you'd like to quickly respond to Babachir Lawal's statement?
Oh, very surely. 18 parties contested. How Babachir Lawal now came to looking at conclusion. Looking at three, what happens to the other 18? And why would you not say Showore won this election using your dashboard? Again, it comes to the brass tacks. Let's respect the process, no matter how bad. It is in the national.
No matter how bad.
No matter how.
That's.
Can I?
No.
Please allow me to finish.
Yeah.
I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's allow the process is in the courts. And allow the courts to adjudicate without you necessarily throwing aspersion. And I agree. Elections in Nigeria will always be contested. Clark made that point. Not just now, perhaps worse in now, no doubt about that.
When are we likely to get to that stage where we really will have all this electoral back and forth?
When we decide
judicial back and forth.
When we accept the fact that we are not practicing democracy, we are pretending we are practicing democracy, and let the courts be the arbiter. No two parties win an argument. You say it's white, I say it's black.
There has to be a winner.
We need to have an arbiter, and that arbiter must come to justice. Now you said something that INEC, I agree, INEC is pointing one finger in a 5-fingered hand, what Bola Ike called leprous hand. 4 are pointing at you. A lot, you call it back garbage in, it has to be garbage out. So what I see in Nigeria is it has to be somebody, not you yourself and all that. So that will be my comments on Babachir Lawal.
But also, for someone who worked with Buhari, who closely worked with Buhari, do you think that his sort of in some way, speaking the mind of his former boss?
He cannot be speaking the mind of his former boss. His former boss made the point. He went the other side and said it has to be a Christian, vice president, and it was even touted that he should be the one that should have come in allegedly. So many alleged. The point remains the fact that yes, that those elections could not have been the best. Those elections were faulty. The whole of the charade that we call democracy is not working in Nigeria, unfortunately.
Okay, good. On the front page of the Guardian newspaper, because I'm trying to link that story to this headline on the front page of the Guardian, INEC's credibility sinks as 94% contested post awaits tribunal. Now let's quickly look at the infographic. graphic. 1,280 political offices were contested in 2023, comprising one office of the president, 109 members of the Senate, 360 federal House of Representatives seats, 782 House of Assembly seats across 28 states of the Federation, 28 governorship positions contested, and out of the 1,209 of 1,209 of 1,280 political offices being challenged, in the courts right now, 94.4%, which represent 1,209 petitions before the judiciary for adjudication, 600 pre-election cases handled by INEC alone, 3 billion naira budget earmarked by INEC to defend election disputes in court. 2015, the first time Nigeria's presidential election did not end up in court. The first time that Jonathan never went to court. So that was the only time that we never had issues in court. But 2023, this is astronomical.
Really?
You don't think it's astronomical? 94% contested posts.
I am not aware of any election that happened in Nigeria that's not going to court. Jonathan came under the.
What I'm saying is the presidential election in 2015 the result did not end up in court. Samuel, did Jonathan go to court? No, he did not.
No,
he conceded. Exactly. He didn't go to court. Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Buhari had always gone to court.
Okay. Now,
Jonathan never went to court.
Now I get the context.
You get what I'm saying?
Now I get the context that you are.
Because at that time, that election was more of maybe like 60% thereabout or 70. Perfectly okay. 70%. It was undoubtedly clear to whoever that lost that point in time that to be a waste of time going out there.
Because they did lose.
Yes. Number one. Number two, the system which was betrothed to Yakubu now, that is now messing up here and there just because he doesn't even know. In fact, I don't know if Nigeria is a nation that has a kind of a followed up law. Yakubu shouldn't be staying there, honestly. Okay. But unfortunately, where we are, he messed up the whole thing and he's still spending. You spend over 400 billion naira to conduct an election and 94% are in court, and you are not ashamed. You are not.
And
you are not
also still money earmarked to defend.
I'm telling you, you are still, yes, and you are not even ashamed. You did not resign. You are still galvanizing as INEC chairman.
You don't think that these figures? We're looking at 94%. I just read out that 1,200 out of 1,280. Political officers, 1,209 are being challenged in court. You don't find that obscene?
I got the contest right now.
Okay.
And always a meteor. One will be just different. President Jonathan was a different kettle of fish. And I challenge anyone before him and thereafter to now get into a situation where you have a gentleman who will say, my election is not worth the blood of anybody. None of the parties that are contesting today, none of the parties that contested before him, Jonathan is a good example of a mind that considered elections. I go back to my basic tax. I agree, absolutely. This last election got a lot of K-legs. Quite a number of other elections got a lot of K-legs because so many K-legs were going in and less of straight legs were coming out. We knew from the onset. I say this, 4 years from now, unless we change the system, it's going to continue to get worse. Pure and simple.
All right, then. Quickly, let's look at all the stories. We'll open the phone lines in a bit. Quickly, in Ondo State, we wanted us to quickly talk about this one. Let me quickly look for the headline. APC holds Ondo Deputy Governor's impeachment process, meets with lawmakers. Akeredolu rules out return to Germany for treatment. Yesterday, APC chairperson was in Ondo State to wade into the crisis and all that. We remember, I think a couple of weeks ago, we talked about gross misconduct and whatnot, how we sometimes hide under gross misconduct and never spelling out issues. But at the end of the day, this has been halted. The APC is looking into it. Does it make the whole gross misconduct and whatever, charges, does it make everything look like trumped up charges right now?
Ab initio, everything is politics.
Okay.
So if they have used politics way to solve it, good luck to them. Ab initio, the so-called impeachment move and all the rest is politics. Can you imagine that their governor is not even in the state till now? The man came back from Germany, considered to be healed and okay, but he has never stepped his leg into the state he is governed.
Are you sure he hasn't gone to? Because I remember that he was in Ibadan. When he got back, he was in Ibadan. That was a report we read.
He has remained there, 100% sure. I challenge anyone to counter me. It is not ideal, but it can only happen in Nigeria. Like Akin said, we are pretending to be doing or to be practicing democracy.
Okay, Akin, you'd like to quickly respond to the Ondo State
My response is from the human angle. Take it from what Adeola has said.
Human angle for the governor or for the people?
Human angle as in being human. I sympathize with Akeredolu on his health. I agree that we are not practicing democracy. It's a matter of consensus at the end of the day, not to overheat the polity. And because we are not practicing democracy, right from the local government, state government, the federal and legislators, we will always continue to have what we have. I'm a man of democracy of the moment. In close to 63 years that we are talking about, Jonathan was also a bit of a compromise. Compromise in the sense that, you should be there, you should not be there, and then common sense prevailed. He got in there, he had his own Achilles heel, no doubt about that, but at the appropriate time, he took that bow. Can we have Akeredolu do that? Can we have the Ogun State governor do that? Can we have Bola Tinubu, who is currently the president of Nigeria, do that if the shoe had to be on the other side?
Can I quickly ask a question? Looking at Akeredolu's background in law, being a senior advocate of Nigeria, I remember how he fought tirelessly during Jonathan Yaradua's, when Yaradua was, really sick and all that. Now, fast forward to 2023. He knows that he's a little bit indispensable. He's not feeling too great. His deputy manned, the affairs of the state for quite some time before he came back into the country.
And that is how he's supposed to be up
now. Of course. But he knows that he's not feeling fine. Why is he desperately trying to kick this guy out of power? If anything happens and he's not able to physically man the affairs of the state, who gets to do that? His wife?
The Constitution is clear. The incapacitation.
So why do you think he's championing the impeachment
That is the surprise I am facing, because Arakunrin is somebody that is respected in law. He's somebody that I look up to at one point in time when it comes to this profession, and he has been in the vanguard of upholding the constitutional tenet and the spirit all his life. I wonder, perhaps power brings something that some of us that have not gotten there, that we don't know.
That we don't.
That for him because before he allowed his deputy to take
even
over
it the other time.
He has been in Ibadan. Sometimes life levels, you have to use it, incapacitated, because at one point in time he does not even know where he is.
We actually don't have facts to back that up.
No,
we don't know.
It is. At least at the end of the day, when he went to Germany and the rousing of his death or not, he did video, and you can see how emaciated he is. So somebody like that who cannot say you should come back, you know how ebullient this man is. You know how stacked he is. So you cannot see somebody in that kind of a video and you expect him to come and rule the state, or being even in charge of his own household. At the end of the day, I am surprised, because, and the other thing I can say is that maybe what is happening in Yaradua's own is happening to him. He might not be in control. He might have come back from Germany believing that he is ill, but you have to recuperate. So maybe in the process of that, somebody is manipulating. We know what his wife was doing before he came back.
We'll get back to that in a bit, right after this message, and also we'll open the phone lines in a bit. Please just hold your thought. You're listening to Freshly Pressed on Fresh 105.3 FM Lagos. Don't go away.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Announcer, FSRCC.
No slack and no dull yourself. 3020.
Oh yeah, no dull yourself. You don't sabi say 3020 na talk and do. Now why be say for December 31st, one of the people wey dey play 3020 go become landlord o. Yes, just call 3020 on top your phone or make you die star 3020 hash on top MTN, Airtel and 9 Mobile. Answer the question for any language wey you like. Na 200 correct entries go give you the chance to participate for the raffle draw wey go happen for December 31st, where you go fit win ogbonge prizes like 2-bedroom bungalow, electric bike, deep freezer, washing machine, plus including other better prizes. No be only that one o, you fit win our weekly prizes with minimum of 10 correct entries. Just die 3020 or star 3020 hash on top your MTN, Airtel and 9 Mobile. Make you dey listen to every program wey Dr. Yinka Ayefele dey present on top Fresh FM every Sunday to confirm if you don win 3020. 2-bedroom bungalow for December. Not dull yourself.
You stand the chance of winning 3020.
You're welcome back to Freshly Pressed on Fresh 105.3 from Lagos. Aki, you wanted to add something to that real quick, so I can just quickly open the phone lines. Shoot.
Adenike, don't deceive yourself, don't deceive me, and
Okay.
I should not do that, and my brother here should not continue to deceive himself. All Nigerians should not continue to deceive themselves.
About what?
The truth of the matter is your education, your qualification, your past achievements, notwithstanding, does not stand your character.
Okay.
And Lord Acton made a statement profound.
Okay.
Taste power. Power.
Okay.
And I told you from the onset that we are not practicing democracy. Look, give a black man power. You want to sit down there. A poster boy that we have in Africa is Kagame. Kagame is there, he's doing well, but he doesn't want to live. So it's not a matter of Akeredolu being surprised and all that.
Okay.
I can't be surprised. I can't be surprised in any way.
Okay.
Donald Trump was going to do the same thing. Human without control is babas.
Okay.
Yeah.
0916-201-1053. Hi, good morning. We're Fresh from Lagos. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning, Adenike.
Good morning. How are you?
Your analyst.
Thank you so much. Good
morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. Who am I
My
speaking?
name is Wally.
Wale. Good morning. My senior colleague.
That's one.
Yes.
You are very right. I do.
Good morning. Thanks so much. Please shoot,
I
Wale.
greet everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
God it's another day. Thank God you are sounding well this morning. You are sounding
Thank
very
you.
strong
I'm
now.
so grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God is your strength.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you.
Yes. Let me quickly say something as regards to Alakon. Yes, it's so unfortunate because it's someone I really appreciate so much and I love him, seeing him from all his utterances before now. But if anybody that knows him should please advise him that, you see, absolute power, they said absolute power corrupts.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Power corrupts absolutely. And that is what is happening. Someone should just advise him to please go and take care of himself and let power rest. He can always come back another day. There is always another day. But no other day for life when it is lost. That's for him. On the issue of Babasha, it's so unfortunately. You see, INEC needs to redeem his image. I've said it before. Yakubu has turned our growing or developing democracy to judicracy now. With due respect to all the lawyers. You see, what we have in this 2023 now is judiciary, not democracy again. Because they said democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But what we have now is pronouncement from the courts. In a situation whereby we have 25 cases of presidential, 47 cases of Senate in the House of Senate, 126 cases for the House of Rep. And like you said, over 1,209 petitions, like other cases from the State House of Assembly and so on. 94% cases now. Then what do you have? All of them are